Welcome back to EpistemiX. Today we are joined once again with or by Mohsin Mastan. Assalamu alaikum, bro.
Wa alaikum salam, bro.
Peace be upon you. How are you?
Back again, alhamdulillah.
Yep, back again. So today's a very special episode. It's episode 20. We've hit 20 episodes within, I think it's been a couple of months, no more than 2 or 3 months.
3 months, I think.
Yeah. So we've been able to be quite consistent. Today was a special episode because we're hitting that 20 milestone, and I wanted to do a special episode with yourself because you were involved in the entire EpistemiX project from the beginning. I just wanted to discuss how things went, the successes, the failures, thank the audience that's been watching and following and sharing and subscribing and all of this type of good stuff. And yeah, just take it from there, I guess.
Good. First of all, congratulations, bro.
Well,
Can I just say something before you carry on?
Yeah.
Right? I didn't think you make it past 7 episodes. Honestly, I didn't tell you this.
Because those are the 7 we pre-recorded, right?
Because I know how distracted you can become.
Yeah.
And I know that your job in IE, right, is very task heavy. So for you to find time to do this, it's really something.
But to be honest, we're all busy, yeah? Like you
look, I got Dawa Digital, bro, and I
Yeah.
suffered. I've not released anything for ages.
Yeah.
You're
balance,
doing, we've got the same sort of workload, right? But you're still managing to push
But
out content.
I'll be very honest, yeah. Let's be very honest. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Ira, right? We both work for Ira, alhamdulillah. And the most important thing here is that if it wasn't for Ira's facility and the set and the kit and everything, I wouldn't be able to do this.
Can I just stop you there?
Yeah.
The set. Speaking about the set, what is going on here, bro?
Yeah, so I've done this once before where there's been mess in the background.
This is terrible, man.
Well, look, let me keep it simple. We're doing a bit of a move around. We're switching things.
We're supposed to be celebrating the 20th episode. Yeah. Is this your idea?
Yeah, I actually like it. Yeah, I actually do like it. Honestly, I really like this look because this is how I work best. Yeah, I like a bit of mess around me. It allows me to think clearly. Now, here's the thing. The mess was here, obviously, and I spoke to you earlier. I had a bit of an epiphany. I said, look, Mohsin, we need to do this, and I like the way things are set already. So literally,
I don't get it.
This is not deliberately set. This is what was here before we started filming, right?
Oh, it's mad. This is
you
too
almost
much.
killed yourself trying to set up the entire cameras and everything like this. I'm sure you from the wide angle, you can see a bit more as to what's going on.
I'm actually having a panic attack as I sit here.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I've got to do tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Because mostly you have an issue, right? You want everything to be spick and span and clean and perfectly organized, and I'm totally opposite to you. So I guess that's something we disagree on, both of us, right? That being said, bro, so let's just pick up from what you just said, what I was saying, which is that first and foremost, a big thank you to Ira, who's allowed us to utilize this set and the tools, and obviously we work for Ira, and it's a big family, and it's been a blessing, right? It's all been here. The cameras have been here. The sound has been here. All I've had to do most of the time is come in. If you're not here, it's just a press record, get the guest in, and just do the shows, basically, right? So I guess that, alhamdulillah, thank Allah first and foremost. But it's been brilliant. It's been brilliant. Let me ask you something, bro. You were there with me the day we sort of were conceiving of the idea of doing a podcast or starting a podcast or an idea.
That was a long time ago. That was longer than 3 months ago. That was this podcast actually started, I think, about 3 months. Maybe 4 months, maybe 5. I don't know, but it was about 3. Maybe it might even be 5 months. You know that. But either way, I think we sat there and brainstormed way longer than that. Way before that. And I think one of the first thing you came up to me and you asked was, "I need a name for a new podcast."
Yeah.
And I asked you, I said, before you get a name,
what's the concept?
Do you remember?
Yeah.
And I got excited. I'll tell you why. Because I used to be an avid follower of the London Dawah Movement channel, which was, of course, yours and Sabur's, right? Your pet project. And you had a
Talking about Sabur, bro. Sabur would love this set.
Yeah, I think
he
would
feel at home, bro. If Sabur is watching, bro, this is home for you, and you know what I mean by that. This when you sing around, man. He would love it.
He would proper love it.
He would probably sleep on the table and everything.
Probably eat with his anyway. Yeah. So I used to be an avid follower of the LDM show, London Dawah Movement, the LDM show, and I honestly feel like the EpistemiX is like the spiritual successor to that. I'm not sure if that was your original intention. You wanted to talk about the topics that you felt very close to, but I feel like at the time when you was telling me this, it felt like a world away from LDM show. But I feel like this is LDM show a bit more grown up.
Yes, you could say that.
It feels like that, and
Well, look, my intention was when I first was thinking of this idea, I felt I needed to do something because obviously many years had gone by since ODM. We've all grown, we've all matured, we've all, learned a little bit more and refined the points that we were making then and ideas and stuff like this. So I wanted to do something which would, touch upon those topics that we were touching upon during the ODM days, but obviously in a much more polished way, and get the right guests on for the right content as well.
Yeah, speaking of that, what are the right guests? I don't know. I don't feel like I should even be sitting in this chair, to be honest with you.
Let's
I'm behind the camera guy, man.
Yeah. Anyway, so look.
You keep doing this.
The point was, so before I lose my train of thought. Okay. The point was that I wasn't envisioning. I didn't have it in my mind as that it would be a successor to the ODM show. I wanted to have something fresh, right? But I saw there was a gap in the market. I saw there was a niche. I saw there was a need for this type of content, which was readily available to Muslims, obviously, but in particular for non-Muslims, so they could see and understand and appreciate the Islamic perspective, the Islamic paradigm. They can appreciate, even Muslims. I'm sure they benefit from the content too. But the like I said in the beginning, the primary audience that I was trying to target was always the non-Muslim, but the individual who was looking and searching and seeking, not the aggressive types, but the ones that are seriously just looking into the bigger questions of life.
Do you know, it's really interesting, because when you first told me this during the concept, when we were brainstorming, I thought to myself, hold on, you're going to be operating within an echo chamber, because people who know you, Imran, are Muslims who are a little bit more academically inclined, so I thought, even though you want to target non-Muslims, you're going to be operating, your channel is going to be going out, your video content is going to be going out to people who operate within the Muslim echo chambers, if you like. But I have to swallow my words, bro, because I read the comments in your videos, and alhamdulillah, bro, this is really beautiful. Yeah, it's actually quite heartwarming to see that atheists and Muslims are having a dialogue.
Yeah.
Bro, I've got my own channel, right? Dawa Digital, which I run with Nadeem, for a good friend.
We'll talk about that soon.
Yeah, and some of the comments.
I've got a bone to pick with you on that.
We'll come. I don't know what that is. We'll come to that later. But and I remember when I was building that channel, and I had to delete a lot of comments. They were quite hateful, and I had to block a few people, whether they're Muslims or non-Muslims alike, because if you're being rude, you're being rude.
Yeah.
But on your channel, I'm not sure how you've been moderating it, but the community that you've built, it's for me, it feels like a victory, because you have actually, within 20 episodes, 19 episodes, because this one this one doesn't count at the moment, but within 19 episodes, you've managed to hit your demographic.
Yeah, well look.
One other thing I really found really quite sweet, was the dialogue between Muslims and non-Muslims in the comments. There's actually a good exchange going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
absolutely.
I think that exchange is for me, it feels quite, I don't even know what the right word is, victorious?
Well, I think for me personally too, I think one of the biggest things that I felt has been, alhamdulillah, has been a big thanks, all thanks and praise belongs to God. One of the biggest successes has been the interactions on the comment section, and especially the way majority, not all obviously, many of the Muslims have been engaging with non-Muslims and some Muslims with doubts. They've been advising them, they've been giving them information, they've been discussing with them, they've been arguing in the best way possible, debating with good manners. Yes, there are comments. Let's be honest, there are comments there where some Muslims get, some of our brothers and sisters get a bit excited and say things which they shouldn't say. Yes, there's non-Muslim atheists, aggressive atheists there that sometimes say things that they shouldn't say. But what's really surprising? Hardly ever have I had to delete a comment because it's been inappropriate. Right, and that's been for me, that's a big success. That there are people there that, yes, they don't agree with each other. Yes, they have differences. Yes, they want to debate and discuss things out, but they have that courtesy, even on an online platform, to engage with each other with such respect. That's been big, and I really appreciate that from the followers that have been there, and I'd like to commend and thank the Muslims for showing good characteristics and conduct, and carry on doing the da'wah as they are on the comments, and also the non-Muslims that have been there. They've been phenomenal. Like I said, there have been the crazy comments, and I have had to delete some comments because they've been absolutely silly, right? And just been very rude and
immature,
absolutely. And it's not going to be fruitful me leaving them there. And both sides, Muslim and non-Muslim, by the way. So I've tried to be as just as I could from that perspective. If I've seen Muslim comments that have gone beyond the bounds, I've deleted them. Right, I haven't left them there because I don't think that's conducive.
That's really good, bro. Can I ask you though, bro?
Yeah.
Like, you know, look, when you have a channel, you become sort of responsible for fostering a community within that channel. You know, through the comment sections and the people who share your videos, they become like unofficial spokespeople for your content. But with your content, alhamdulillah, because you've largely had, you know, good from both camps, the Muslim camps and the non-Muslim camps, you've had good people join this community and have a discourse. How does it make you feel that you don't have to feel so responsible because they themselves are responsible?
That, like I said, one of my intentions was primary audience was to address non-Muslims looking into the truths and the bigger questions about life, okay? But one of my secondary objectives was to sort of engage the Muslims and get them active in the da'wah, right? Even if it be online, right? That's always something we're trying to achieve all the time anyway.
That's no small task, bro.
No, of course, no. But and I'll be very honest, bro. Yeah, I haven't done much. Alhamdulillah, honest, and this is not me trying to be humble. Yeah? Honest to Allah is my witness. There's not much that I've had to do from that perspective. Like I said, bro, what is it? It's a show. I get a guest on and we discuss a topic. I don't have to prepare much. The guest is the one that brings his content and his speciality, and I'm very vigilant as to who I allow or get to speak about what, because I know the brothers what their specialities are. You've also probably noticed, and this is something we disagreed about, which was you need to get more guests, you need to get people from outside, X, Y, and Z. I was I don't want to follow that trend, because for what I was trying to do, or what I'm still trying to do, is not to have different guests. It's not the objective. But it's to get the right people that know the right stuff that we want to get across.
Talking about topics they know about.
Absolutely. So hence I always have Hamza, Hijab whenever he's available, Sabur whenever he's available.
But they only talk about the topics that they know about.
Yeah.
You know, so you're not going to get, for example, Sabur talking about the Quran, for example. He'll talk about Darwinism and science and philosophy of science. If you see Sabur's
videos on the playlist, they're all to do with that. So it's always, I've tried to focus on just hitting that objective that we're trying to get. And I wasn't really concerned about, okay, how is this going to pan out? X, Y, and Z.
For some reason, right now, I really miss Sabur, bro.
Yeah.
It just hit me, bro.
I actually miss doing shows with him, because doing shows with him, I don't want you to feel bad, bro, but it was the most beautiful experience, bro.
I miss his laugh more than anything else. He's got a proper mischievous laugh.
When he goes off on one, and he absolutely...
He can go off on one as well.
Destroys you. He destroys you.
I'll get destroyed the most out of everyone in the office.
Alhamdulillah. He'll be back soon, inshallah.
Inshallah.
So I think alhamdulillah, Allah's made it a success, and inshallah one other thing I want to quickly touch upon is that I want to say a big thank you to the brothers and sisters and the non-Muslim guests and watchers and followers that have been coming online and watching the content, sharing the content, engaging under the comments. I hope it's been beneficial for you guys. But one thing I really want to encourage you to do is don't just keep your da'wah, I'm speaking to the Muslims now, meaning your engagement and sharing the message of Islam to the comments, but actually share these videos and push them out and get them to as many non-Muslims or as many people as you feel would benefit. So get them out to the right people. And at the end of the day, bro, let's face it, YouTube, the little I know about it and the way and what the whole YouTube scene is about, it's not about you as the content creator, right, or the one that's putting out content, but it's about the followers. It's about those individuals that are engaging your content, sharing your content, sharing their thoughts upon your content in the comment section. It's about them, right? It's about you guys. So I want you guys, and I say this really believing that this is your channel, right? And whether you're a Muslim or someone that's looking into Islam or someone that's looking into spirituality in general or an aggressive atheist even for that matter, this is your platform, because you guys are the ones that are watching the videos, you guys are the ones that are commenting and sharing your thoughts.
Would you if
carry on doing that basically.
So let's
keep sharing, inshallah.
Thought experiment.
Yeah,
that's quite clever, because your channel used to be called, what was it, Thought Revolution, right?
It was a
that was a project you was working on. So thought experiment, say a aggressive, I don't like to call him aggressive atheist, but say a passionate atheist, a passionate atheist just heard what you said in this video about it's their channel as well, it's their platform, and he in the comments says, look, I live in London, I'd like to be on your show, can we do a show together?
Of course. Yeah, I don't mind. Look, there's actually, to be honest, one of the things I may try look into now, moving on from episode 20, I'm not promising when, but there's a few ideas that I have, a few things I want to do, test out. But there's a few, like one of our friends, we won't take his name now, from Leicester Square Speakers Corner, that we've had a few discussions with, who's an atheist. I'd love to have him on and discuss, right? But don't mention him right now. We'll save it.
He's a nice brother, man.
Really nice guy. So I'm going to try to get him on. And obviously, wherever I feel the need to do something,
he's very quiet, though.
I think you'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, I have a few. Another thing I'm looking into, and obviously I put it on the community section, was to do a live session once a week, where, because you know, there's loads of comments Muslims have. Obviously, some I can't answer because it's not my field or my scope. But there are questions I can answer. But sometimes I can only give a short response because of the amount of comments I have to go through, and I don't have time. So I may do a live session once a week where we just address the questions that I can engage with and give some answers to on that live session. It may be beneficial too.
Okay.
So something else we're looking into too.
Okay.
So,
bro, can I ask you?
I wanted to ask you something now. But anyway, go on. You
Hold it,
first.
man. I'm interviewing you. This is your channel.
Well, yeah, it's your channel too. It's our channel.
Our channel. I like that.
It's our channel. It's Irish channel. It's everyone's channel, man. It's whoever's.
Has anyone ever asked you?
Whoever benefits from or doesn't benefit from it, it's everyone's channel. It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's gift, man. SubhanAllah.
Has anyone asked you yet? What's with the name of the show, EpistemiX, and the channel?
Okay, time to give credit where credit.
No. I'm not asking for credit.
I'm joking.
I'm not asking to name the person who came up with. But has anyone? Because you know, it's not a name. It's not a word that you hear regularly, right?
Yeah. To be honest, it just clicked when the brother mentioned it. And I don't want to spoil his reward, but when he came up with the name, he just said it. He was sitting there looking at me. He's like, EpistemiX. He wrote it down for me on a piece of paper. EpistemiX. And I looked at it and I saw, okay, I figured it out. Okay, there's EpistemiX, but then there's mix in there as well.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
Not bad for a dyslexic person, bro. You got that first time right.
Yeah, I'm bad with spelling. But I just thought it was phenomenal. Just the name and the concept and what I was trying to get across, because we were talking about truth, understanding truth, different types of truth, engaging with all of these types of things. And for us, especially in the times we live in, everything is generally a mix anyway. It's a mixture of different ideas and views and thoughts and so on. So it was all about clarifying and giving clarity to people. And I thought just the title worked really, really well from that perspective. So may Allah bless the brother that came up with the title, mashallah. So yeah, just wrapping up from this point, because I want to move on to you quickly as well, and just wrapping up the show. Just once again, I want to say a big jazakallah khair to the brothers and sisters who will be watching and following and sharing. Continue to do this. Continue to comment. Continue to engage. And also to the non-Muslims that have been watching and following, I thank you guys sincerely for being there and watching through whatever you watch, and you're leaving your comments and your thoughts and engaging in the comment section too. That being said,
question quickly.
Okay,
for those of you who are watching this, right? Yeah. Muslims, non-Muslims alike, could you leave a comment in the section letting us know what your favorite episode so far was?
Okay.
And why?
That's a good point.
I think we should, because we've got to have small calls to action.
Of course.
Because it ain't just about them engaging with each other in the comment section, but I think this is a viable and a very warranted opportunity for them to engage with us. And for us to get some feedback as well.
Absolutely.
So, which is your favorite episode and why?
Yes, that'd be brilliant. That'd be
awesome.
Brilliant to do that.
Yeah.
So that's EpistemiX, bro.
Yeah.
Let's talk about you for a second. Yeah, they've seen you a few times on this platform. They've seen Mr. Mastan, Mr. Mohsin, Dawah Digital. Okay, we figured out he's Dawah Digital. We figured out he does quite a bit of behind the scenes with quite a few different projects. But where is Dawah Digital? What's going on, man?
Bro, all I can say is, I really wish that this year I had released a lot more content on Dawah Digital. It's taken a massive back seat, but there is a project I'm working on. People who follow the channel, they might have seen
Muslim Dad?
Yeah, Muslim Dad podcast, which we're putting out. And the idea behind that is a lot of these podcasts that we see, Muslim podcasts, they seem very generic. Invite a special guest on, talk about Islam, and it's the same content regurgitated over and over again. I'm not saying that's true for Rerouted or for EpistemiX, because they are.
Yeah, but it happens. Like even there will be common thread between all podcasts.
Yeah,
nowadays, right? So
but I thought to myself, and this wasn't my idea. I can't take credit for this idea. It was the idea of the main host of the show, whose name is Nadeem. He went, because I've been trying to get him in front of the camera for years. But he's a nobody, and he wanted to remain a nobody. But I managed to twist his arm and convince him and say, look, let's just do a pilot project. If you don't like it, we'll scrap it. So he said, only if you do it on my terms. I said, cool. Pitch me your idea. If I like it, we go for it. And then he came back to me a few months later. He said, I want to do a podcast on because he doesn't want to talk about something he has no knowledge of. And he's a dad. He's got 7 kids. Last pair are twins. So he wants to do a podcast on being a Muslim dad.
Interesting.
At first, when I heard this, I thought, wow, this is boring. But then he sold it to me. And I thought to myself, you know what, you're right. Muslim dads are probably one of the most underrepresented minorities in the secular West. And they've probably got very interesting stories and very interesting considerations to share, right? And bounce back and forth with each other. And I thought to myself, what a unique way of presenting the Muslim mind through the form of a dad's words or dad's ideas. You know, Muslim women have a lot of social circles online, you know, where they can talk about motherhood, this, that, and the other. But what Muslim dad talks about fatherhood? I think the only other Muslim dad podcast I came across was one called Divorced Muslim Dad, which is like, right? So I thought, right, Nadeem's come up with this idea. Let's run with it. So we spent quite a bit of money, as you know, on getting some good equipment to do the podcast. And episodes have been filmed. Unfortunately, I haven't had time to edit them up because it takes a long time.
But they're coming soon, inshallah.
Inshallah. I really hope so.
And you've already released one episode, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so I've released a teaser with me and Nadeem just talking about this video called Muslim Demographics.
I'm going to link it in the
inshallah.
description.
But then the main one is the one we talk about, I think it's called Spider-Man versus Harry Potter. That's a good episode, man.
Okay, so look out for Spider-Man versus Harry Potter.
One quick thing I want to add, though, this ain't going to be a long podcast. I mean, Muslim dads don't have time to sit there for hours listening to podcasts. Typically, they might find a window of 15 to 20 minutes. So we'd ideally like to keep our podcasts short at 20 minutes. You know, so they're digestible, short chunks, but whatever's going to be in there. Because we'll film for an hour and a half, but we'll take a 20-minute chunk, which we think is really good, really juicy, really relevant to a certain topic, and just make that into a podcast itself. So that's the idea behind it.
Brilliant. So something to look forward to in Dawah Digital, I guess, coming soon.
Bro, don't hold me to it, because you know I've been trying to get this off the ground for a long time.
And it's an alternative, something else for people to watch as well and benefit from, inshallah. So that being said, I think we could wrap up here.
No, we can't.
Why not?
We've still got a little bit more to go, bro, because I've got a few things to talk about here as well.
Just do it quick, bro.
No, we've got time.
I don't want this to go over 30 minutes today.
It's not going to go over 30 minutes. Where are we at? We're at 22 minutes.
Okay, go on. Let's do another 2-3 minutes, inshallah.
Inshallah, right? Look,
is this rapid fire or just some quick... Is
this rapid fire, he says. Okay, so... if somebody asks you, how is this any... I mean, I've already said that if it was like a more mature, grown-up version of London Dawah Movement, but if somebody says, why don't you just carry on London Dawah Movement, how would you respond to that?
That's a good question.
Because London Dawah Movement is legend, bro.
I have a few things in mind that I believe regarding social media and getting the message out online. One of the things that I learned from a brother, I'm not going to say his name to just for the sake just I don't think it's better not to mention it. But one of the things he taught me regarding online stuff, he said, look, whenever you want to get a narrative out, whenever you want to get out ideas, and you want them to catch on and for people to follow them, the more platforms, the more times you hammer out the same point over and over again, eventually it will get through to the people. Eventually it will get to the people. So, because you never know, you may be repeating the same idea on 20 different channels in 10 different videos each. Someone may not watch any of them, but come across your 150th video on that same topic, right? So it's about, if we're trying to get the truth out, the way I think about it online is you need many people to be saying and repeating the same narrative over and over again for it to catch on and for people to pick up on it. And that's why even the people in the comments, when I see them engaging and discussing, it's a very powerful thing, because they're repeating the narrative but they're putting it into their own words, and they're articulating something that they've understood as well. They've understood the truth of something and they're now sharing this in their own words on their own platform. And in this case, sometimes the comment section, that's their platform, right? Now, someone may take the content from our videos and upload it somewhere else, or someone may do another video based on the way they've understood it, which is fine. It's getting the same point out. So that was the thinking, is that LDM is there, it's still live, it's online, and the videos are still there. But I wanted to, now restart again on another channel, put out another channel. So that was the sort of type of thing. One of the main reasons behind doing a separate channel. Also because I just wanted to do a fresh start, to be honest. I just wanted a fresh start, clear mind, no baggage, and just to see where it goes, basically.
So you feel like London Dawah Movement was baggage?
Not baggage, but meaning, I felt...
Or do you feel like it was time to close that chapter officially? And
just open a new, fresh chapter, basically. Just like you read a new chapter of a book, You can write a book
Well,
without chapters.
I totally understand you, bro.
Yeah.
Like when I shut down my previous channel, which was quite viral,
Yeah.
you know, I knew eventually I would open up a new channel, but I felt like my time with it had, you know, I couldn't go any further with it.
Yeah.
And rather than leave those videos, you know, out there on YouTube forever, I even shut the whole channel down because I thought to myself, well, if I'm going to be recreating this content, I can do it better.
Yeah, sometimes it's intuition. Sometimes you don't. It's not rational. We're not rational as human beings all the time, right?
Yeah.
We rationalize things, but sometimes it's just intuition.
Sometimes you justify things wrongfully as well. So we shouldn't do that.
Yeah. So I just felt it was the right thing to do as well at the time.
Yeah.
Along with the other reasons that I've pointed out. So just all of those things said, okay, fine.
Okay. One last question, bro. So you got 20 episodes down. This being the 20th. What's going to happen in the next 20? What's your vision for the next 20 episodes?
So,
I'm not saying, I'm not trying to be specific, but which direction do you want to go in? Do you want to carry on doing what you're doing now?
So here's the thing. I think there's a lot of topics that still need to be addressed and outlined and clarified. So I'll be continuing the Epistemics as it's going. Get on guests whenever relevant and needed. There are a few topics I have in mind that I've discussed with some people recently, I think, which are quite important to start put out there now and discuss those things and share those ideas and thoughts. So Epistemics will continue. I'm also doing small videos on along with the Epistemics show, where I sort of get maybe something from the comment section that could be addressed in a short video, or a common question or a misconception or whatever the case may be, and just do short videos like that. I may, like I said, add the live element soon to the Epistemics channel and just see how it goes. But one of the things this time I do want to do, which I have not done in the past, is to remain consistent, inshallah. Right?
And you have been so far, mashallah.
Yeah, and
very consistent.
And inshallah, if Allah wills, this channel will continue for many years, God willing. You know,
inshallah.
And that's the intention, is to be consistent, and it's those consistent regular deeds that really count at the end of the day.
You've been releasing like one video a week so far?
Minimum, I'm trying to do one a week.
So if you say it's 20 videos, 20 weeks, it's 5 months.
Yeah.
That's amazing, bro.
Slightly more than 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, 5 months, man. Good going, bro.
Yeah, alhamdulillah, it's all from Allah at the end of the day. Anything we do, because if Allah doesn't help you, you can't achieve anything. You can't.
You know me, bro. If there's anything you ever, if you ever need me on short notice,
or like today.
Like today, to fill a
Actually,
spot.
it wasn't short notice because I told you a few days ago. You knew you were going to be episode 20.
I tried to squirm out of it.
Yeah, like always.
Yesterday, I had a good excuse.
Anyway, brothers and sisters, before I have to go through a more complicated and painful process of editing because I have to stop and restart recording on the cameras, we're going to... Get your hand out of the way. We're going to end here. Jazakallah khair for watching. Once again, thank you guys for watching up until now, subscribing, sharing. Continue to do this. We have a lot more amazing content coming your way. Remember to comment below, share, and until next time, take care.
Kayat, take care. How was that?
It's good.
Do you want to do it again?
Yeah, good.
Sure.
Yeah.